Denver's mentality is we are not done yet. Still 4 more that they are aspiring to. But Nikola Jokic, he has been impressive all season long, was in the MVP conversation for sure. Perk, what separates him from other stars in the NBA?
Well, I believe it's his IQ, right? Like, we know he's one of the most skilled, if not the most skilled center to ever touch the damn basketball. But when it comes down to his IQ and him thinking the game, it's like no other. And you heard Braun talk about it. Like, when Braun say and put you on the same level as him for his thinking, you know you're doing something right. But I've been more impressed with his leadership. I've been watching his leadership. Even when he got in foul trouble, I believe it was in Game 3, his leadership off the bench, him picking up guys, him showing emotions, him trusting guys where the ball didn't have to be in his hands at times. That's the difference of Jokic. I think his unselfishness and his IQ is what separates him from a lot of other young stars in this game.
We get to watch from the outside looking in, and it's so much fun to see Nikola Jokic just heave up these 3-pointers. They're like, oh, there's no way that this is going in. Oh, actually.
Oh, I think it's always going in. I don't, like, no way.
I mean, at this point, you have to bank on it because we've seen it so many times. But, Austin, you actually played with him. Can you take us inside what that's like?
It's easy. You pretty much, you know, their team is based off of movement and understanding where to be at when he has the ball. The easy part is he pretty much directs you. You know, you can see right there on the backside, he's waiting for the double team. Aaron Gordon's always rolling, which brings the defense in. I'm right open in the corner. He's the only big in the league that can make that pass, being double teaming and just swing it across the court like that. I mean, look at this. That's Aaron Gordon. You see this time he's not helping, so now he has the lob. AG has been a perfect fit for the Denver Nuggets and really opening up everything for Jokic to really just pick apart defenses. He's always finding the right man at the right time. The best thing that I love about Jokic and the most impressive thing that I found playing with him is you cannot speed him up. Yeah. Can't speed him up. He plays at his own pace. And, yeah, he's the best doing it right now.
I was listening to the Woj pod with Adrian Wojnarowski and Dave McMenamin, and a scout said that, you know, watching Nikola Jokic play, he's like water. He just, like, flows within every single offense. There's no stopping him because he just morphs to the next form.
Well, look, at the end of the day, if Jokic is able to win a championship this year and continue the numbers that he's putting up, it will be 1, 2, or 3, pick it, greatest run we've ever seen. Because he's averaging a 30-point triple-double right now. That's what he's averaging, a 30-point triple-double. He's beaten KD. He's beaten the Lakers. Then whoever he gets, if he gets Boston, you know, Miami Heat, and they win their first championship, this is going, like, show me another run from start to finish, right? Like, we've seen great ones, LeBron James, we've seen great ones from Kobe Bryant, but a 30-point triple-double throughout the entire postseason, we've never seen that before.
Same.
So you have to put it up there with one of the great playoff performances. And coming off the heels of 2 MVPs, I don't know where he ranks. I don't need to play this game, but what he's doing right now is one of the most impressive things that we have ever seen in the history of the game of basketball.
So obviously we're still waiting to see who is going to be the representation for
It's going to be the Boston Celtics.
But Vince, regardless of if it's the Boston Celtics or the Miami Heat, should the Nuggets be considered the clear-cut favorite here in the finals?
I have them as a clear-cut favorite because of Nikola Jokic and his unselfishness. He's like a 2K player that you can create. When you get that opportunity to create a player, you create a player that is what? Can do everything, that has all those. Obviously, you forgot the athleticism because he doesn't have that, but he makes up for it. Like Austin said, you can't speed him up. He's going to play at his pace, and he sees everything. And I look at him like Dirk. When I play with Dirk, Dirk is an unselfish superstar who is his willingness to make plays for other people. If someone's going, he's like, hey, go for it. Like Perk said, he's empowering other guys. No, you're rolling. We're gonna play through Jamal Murray because he's balling, or KCP. We got to find ways to get him. I look at him like that, and that's why they're so tough to beat because if he's doubled, he's going to make the right play every time.
Let's take a look and see if the odds makers agree with you, because the Nuggets, they've been rolling. They've been the #1 seed in the Western Conference since December. So you can see how it all shakes out here as the Nuggets punch their first ever ticket to the NBA Finals.
James on the drive, goes inside, shot blocked. Denver makes history. The Nuggets are going to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history.
It's been almost a half century since the Denver Nuggets have been this close to a championship.
Dr. J
In 1976, they lost the last ABA championship to Julius Erving and the New York Nets in 6 games.
And the crowd storms onto the court as the New York Nets win 112-106.
That was the franchise's last visit to a championship series. And then the Nuggets became fool's gold.
Anthony and the finish.
Before 2023, Denver made 4 appearances in the NBA Western Conference Finals. In 1978, they won their division, but were defeated by the Seattle Supersonics. In '85, Kareem, Magic, and the Showtime Lakers dominated Alex English's Nuggets.
The Los Angeles Lakers have won the Western Conference Championship for the 4th straight time.
In 2009, led by Chauncey Billups and Carmelo Anthony, Denver lost to Los Angeles and Kobe Bryant.
Until we go out there and beat the Lakers, they're going to be the best team in the West.
And in 2020, in the bubble, the Lakers, with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, again eliminated the Nuggets.
Wish things went differently, but try to come back next year and try to come back stronger.
Jokic back to Murray, another three-pointer. It's good! Jamal Murray red hot!
Today's Nuggets are fool's gold no more. As a #1 seed for the first time in their 47 seasons in the NBA, they gain revenge on the Lakers.
Bang! Nikola Jokic!
The past is the past, and now the Nuggets finally have a chance to reach the ultimate Rocky Mountain high of winning a championship while the world watches.
We're not satisfied. We got 4 more to go. Let's go, Nugget Nation!
So let's play a little game. He said, their business in the front, party in the back, little situation.
Yeah, that's trademarked Gucci. Holla at me. Holla at me.
Let's dive a little bit more into this Game 5. And Richard, since Austin's new to this, I'm going to start with you here. The star player that you think needs to show up in order for their team to win is who?
And we're going to reveal this. Jason Tatum, like I said. No, this is the thing about Jason Tatum. He does play well with his back against the wall. We've known that. We saw it last year coming back from 3-2. We saw it this year against Philly. So I know Jason Tatum needs to continue to be a leader, cut down the turnovers, but being aggressive, being aggressive in the fourth. We've seen him have slow starts in first quarters. He's got to have a good first quarter. He's got to have a good fourth quarter and everything in between.
Well, finally, we saw him show up in the fourth quarter last game, so potentially there's a little bit momentum there. Who you got, Austin?
Well, actually, I'm going to agree.
Hey, that's my guy. Look at this.
You know what it is, man.
That's my guy.
Yeah. I got Jason, man. He's the guy. He's a superstar. He's the one that really has to propel the Celtics. Like you guys alluded to already, he hasn't had his best series in the fourth quarter, but last game could be really an opening for him just in terms of confidence and him going to this game with full level of comfort. They're back in Boston. I expect a big game from Jason. I have them winning tonight.
All right. Well, what about this? Who needs to step up, raise their ceiling a little bit more?
And we shall reveal it again. Duncan Robinson. Why do we need Duncan Robinson to play well? One, because obviously the Miami Heat struggle shooting the three, and that's been kind of their staple all postseason long. They've shot the ball very well. But now, when you don't have Vincent, so now all of a sudden, he's one guy that can hit 3 threes in a quarter, blow the game open. He can hit 3 threes and a half, and all of a sudden you have to kind of tweak. You have to kind of keep, chasing him around, and now other people get open shots. So his three-point shot, to me, is going to be so important, especially without those 17-point a game and that 40% from three that Vincent gives you.
All right, you're rocking with Duncan. Who are you rocking with, Austin?
I'm going with Kyle Lowry, especially in tonight's game. Gabe Vincent is out. He has been extremely solid for the Miami Heat. He's scored the ball. I think Kyle is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive to score to fill in with some of those points. Vincent's been having 20-point games, 15-point games, 17-point games. I really look forward to Kyle stepping up and have a big game. He's been there before. Obviously, we know, his past and what he's done in the playoffs with the Raptors. I look forward to him having a big game tonight and helping Miami get that maybe possibly.
So we know the Nuggets, they're at home, they're chilling, they're waiting to see who their opponent is going to be. Might you both have the same answer to who they would rather play?
Shall we reveal?
Oh!
And we're going to come over here.
Why the Miami Heat?
The reason why they want the Miami Heat is this. One, they would have home court advantage. right? They would have home court. Denver would have home court advantage. And then for me, too, they have multiple big bodies. The Lakers didn't have big bodies. The Lakers had Anthony Davis, and they were really afraid to put him on him one-on-one. You got Williams, you got Horford, you got Williams. Like, there's two Williams, okay, Grant and Roberts. So I'm just saying, so they have more bodies, and they have the perimeter guys that can chase around the Denver perimeter guys. And so to me, the Boston Celtics, when they do meet up with them in the finals, that's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, the playoffs are all matchups. I also think on the flip side, when you look at Boston's backcourt, I think Jokic would be constantly in a pick and roll the entire game, just wearing him down. His overall load each night that he has to and has on his shoulders for the Nuggets to have a chance to win. I just think Boston matches up with them better. I think they're hoping for the Heat to close out tonight.
Well, and the last thing I'll say is, like, don't forget, like, I know the Boston Celtics have not played great, but when you talk about Marcus Smart, when you talk about, you know, when you talk about White, Jamal Murray's been crushing people all postseason. He's been one of the top 2 or 3 guards in the postseason all year long. So if you get him going, you got some defenders that can hopefully try and contain him.
So you're hoping to see Bam Adebayo versus the Nuggets, but you think it's going to be?
No, it's going to be Boston. I said this. Boston's going to be the first team
it's going to be the
back.
battle of the big men that we're watching.
Yes.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.